Hello everybody, welcome to Uglysses Games, and today we're going to try to survive again in the long dark. So let's begin. So there's no story mode yet, so we're going to play Sandbox. And the last time I played, I didn't encounter any vicious animals, but it was very difficult to survive. So I'm going to try Pilgrim mode, which is you wander the long road to observe the quiet apocalypse and chronicle the passing of an era, all about atmosphere. I think that sounds good. So and we'll just choose Mystery Lake. I am male. Geomagnetic storm. Okay. Oh dear. So don't have a little cabin this time. We are in the woods. Okay. Better find shelter. Yeah, so I've been looking for a game to share with you, and see, so far this seems to be the best fit for my play style and narration style I want to capture. So what I want to do is I don't want to just show you adventure games and the games I usually like to play. I just want to share pensive moments with you. So yeah, this being set in the Canadian North. I mean, it's very fitting, isn't it? I mean, I'm Canadian. I've never experienced a North like this. I live on the West Coast, so it's pretty temperate here. In fact, right now outside it's quite warm. Yeah, but I have uh, gone ice fishing, and I did experience extreme cold a couple times. It was not pleasant. Uh, we were ice fishing on Loon Lake, and highlight of that trip for me was actually the most terrifying part and the highlight in hindsight was when I drove my little Honda Civic on the ice, which in hindsight is not too bright. But all the other seasoned lake people assured me I'd be okay. And in fact, there were people driving trucks on the lake. But it is a little disconcerting when you're driving down the lake to your fishing hole, and there's a cabin, and you hear big cracks and pops. There's a couple. Oh dear. Oh yeah, these. So there's a wolf, and normally I should worry, but in this game mode they will not attack me unless they are provoked. So that's assuring. Some firewood. Which way do I go? Yeah. What's that? It's a mushroom? Can I eat that mushroom? Oh. Edible mushroom. Well, look at that. There's another one back here. Oh, that's awesome. I need these mushrooms. So I wanted to start a series of videos, um, like a thematic series where I could tell you a story and continue that story in the next video. So this is the first episode, and I don't have anything written down. I just thought I'd tell you a bit about me. Um, you know, tool required. So there's a wolf up there. So, yeah, I've gotten to like a point in my life where it's feeling sort of reflective. I know I'm only middle aged. I'm 40, and a lot of people would say that's too young to begin a like autobiography or a memoir. But everyone, like some people even write memoirs when they're quite young, like celebrities. So we'll start. 40 seems like a good round number. It's kind of like the halfway point. The halfway point between the end, the long dark, and the beginning. What's this over here? Take that. Yeah. So my life, I've had a pretty comfortable life. I mean, I grew up in the suburbs of Vancouver, called Delta, and I went to high school, and college. I worked a bit. Now I'm working at a nice job. But it was hard to get all that. I had hardship. Everyone does. Mine's no more special than anyone else's hardship. It's just unique to me, and that's the only story I have to tell. Yeah, so I suffer from bipolar disorder, and it was a surprise to me in my 20s, I guess. As it's a surprise to anyone. No one thinks they're going to be the type of person with a mental illness. And yeah, when I was before this happened, I was just I don't know. I just didn't think about much about health at all. But I still remember when I was finally diagnosed and told I had to take medicine for the rest of my life. That's when it finally hit. Is that you're not infallible, and it's just the fact that I had to take something for the rest of my life, pills, and yeah. So that was sort of a milestone. There's a cabin here. Let's go check it out. This looks familiar, this cabin. There's a little back to this cabin. This goes to the back door. yeah, well, in this series of see, I wanted to make a podcast. I have made a couple podcasts, and they were quite fun. They were on music. Um, but it's hard to get can opener. It's hard to get someone to make a podcast with you like on a regular basis. It's a bit of a time commitment, and I think I prefer just to do a monologue. I do like dialogues. I mean, sure, who doesn't like talking to other people? But this is just easier to schedule. Um, I don't know what it is. These YouTube video podcast things. So this is more of a, oh, there's a vest. That looks handy. Let's see if I can put that thing on. Vest. Excellent. Oh, I just took off a vest. Down vest. Clothing warmth bonus. What's this one? Oh. Okay, so I think my old vest is better. Okay. Better get back out to foraging for stuff. I'm not cold. Don't seem to be hungry. Yeah. I like that the goal of this game is to stay just to provide yourself with the bare necessities of life. It's very low on the sort of Maslow chain. Mystery Lake is a wolf. Now he shouldn't attack me, I'm hoping. Yeah. So the process of being diagnosed was pretty involved. I mean, that was the hardship. Was that weird sort of time in my life where bad things kept happening to me, and I didn't know what it was. I mean, I would go see doctors, and they would just prescribe stuff, but they would never really offer.
I could use this.
Offer any sort of like knowing what a thing is I don't know. It's nice to say I have this. I mean, some might argue that
What have we here?
if you don't know what's going on, it's better because you don't have to label yourself something. But I find more comfort just knowing this is the thing I have to deal with. And so most of the time, like now, there's a dead body. Yeah, so most of the time now I don't think about it. I'm really good at taking my pills. I take them every day.
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
And other than that, I don't notice. I don't notice it. I don't feel different. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I have like a week where I know something's going on in my brain. Like I'm really energetic, or I'll get depressed. But that's rare. I mean, it happens maybe on a yearly basis, I guess. And those are the things you try to avoid. You try to recognize when they're happening, and it's getting dark. You try to recognize when they're happening, and just take precautions. Cabins. This looks a lot like Bloom Lake. Wish I had a little Honda Civic here I could drive around on. Can't go that way. It's white wrecks. Okay, it's getting dark. I don't want to walk back to that other cabin. I hope there's a little stove in here. I can just wait out the night. There's a bed. Is there a stove? No stove. I don't know if I can. Well, we'll think about that. Yeah, it's definitely getting dark. There's a cabin. I'll try to go to that cabin over there. So I'm sure I'm so insular. Like I don't want to. I don't mean to be, but I spend a lot of time thinking about my own setbacks. But I'm sure everyone else has them. Like I know everyone does. And things you have to just overcome. If you've got something, just post it on the beneath the video. Maybe we can start a dialogue. If you don't want to, that's fine. Nothing in there.
That'll come in handy.
Yep. These cabins are pretty Spartan. Peanut butter. Fire log. Yeah. The last cabin here. Like a little looter. Little loot goblin. Looting all the stuff from the cabins. What's in there? Anything? Oh, there's something in there. Jesus, I hid that. Hid that on me. It's just more fire. I must be like, I can just see myself all this stuff. I'm just carrying so much stuff. Hang on a sec. I need to refill my coffee here. Yeah, so I've got really good care now. Like I've got a great support network from friends, family, and a good doctor. But that was hard to get. That was hard to get all my ducks in a row, just because when something happens, it just uproots you. But if you can find and I hope you can find someone like to. Oh dear, there's a bear. No, oh, that's not good. Yeah, if you can find that like first line of defense, you're like a good doctor. Then you're pretty set. But I had a hard time with that. I mean, when I knew something was wrong, I was going to clinics, and I better stay away from that bear. And like, yeah, I was living in kits, and I was trying, like, I was just going to walk-in clinics and saying there's something, and I need help. I don't know what's going on, but I need help. And it's surprising how hard it is to get that kind of help, because they even like, I mean, just because you're a doctor doesn't mean you know how to deal with someone going through that. So I felt like I got jerked around a lot by trying to go to clinics, which were the wrong places to go to. Anyway, eventually, I just had to go. Well, it's kind of a long story. It was a long, convoluted story. I had 2 manic episodes, and the first one I went to Surrey Memorial, and it wasn't great. I mean, I was lucky that my family doctor was there, but he sort of referred me to a different doctor that was not helpful. And then it didn't take long for me. I don't know if this happens to a lot of people, but like I started to feel better, so I just thought, oh, I am better, and
It's making my head feel thick.
and I just stopped taking the prescription that was given to me, and then unfortunately it happened again. It's about a year or 2 later, and then it's really hard to see. So that second time, I went to VGH, and I got better help there, I guess, than Surrey. They're really well set up at VGH for mental illness. I'm just gonna sit in this cabin for a bit. Yeah, they didn't know. They still didn't give me a diagnosis. I talked to a bunch of doctors, and eventually I was referred to the mood disorder clinic, and that's at UBC. And I stayed there for a week. Mind you, like this whole time I was still like psychotic, and psychotic is it's kind of a scary word. It's when you say someone's psychotic, it's got different connotations to it. But I was like in the clinical sense of the word psychotic. I didn't know what was going on. I could interact with people, but upstairs in my head, I was just having bizarre thoughts about reality in general. So yeah, a week at VGH and a week at UBC, and that was pretty much the road to recovery for me. I mean, I got hooked up with a good doctor at UBC, and I still see the same doctor. I've had different prescriptions with him since then, but yeah. Let's take this blanket. Yeah. So yeah, the what was his name? That Maslov. That must be his name. Oops, the fire went out. Start the fire again. So he's got this theory that to be a good person, you need your basic needs, like you need your food, your shelter. That's the bottom of your pyramid, and then works its way up to the top of the chain. You yeah, but the base needs are food and shelter. That's pretty straightforward. But I would also add sanity to that one. That's definitely a base need, I guess. Yeah. If you don't have that, you sort of don't get to enjoy the other things. Let's have some food. Got some calories. Eat some sardines. What's that? Condensed milk? So that's a bit about me. That's how I came to be me so far. Yeah. So now I hope I can, move on. You hope you can get these things like behind you, so you can just enjoy life. But it's really hard if you. I feel for you if you have to go through the same thing, because it did rob me of some of the prime years of my life. It was in my 20s. But that's just what it is. It is what it is, they say. It's the sage tautology. Well, I think I'm going to curl up in this cabin, go to bed, and dream, have some nice dreams about warm places. But But thanks for listening. I hope you enjoyed this week's installation, the first one of the story of my life, and I kind of feel like getting the big elephant in the room, like sort of off my chest, is a good place to start because from there we can just talk about fun stuff. But thanks again, and see you next time.